This is CBS LA Mornings.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, November 9th. Welcome to CBS LA at 5 and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Rachel Kim. Meteorologist Alex Biston joining us this morning with your first look at weather. Happy Sunday.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. You know what, Rachel, things looking a little different this morning. I mean, of course, we saw the fog yesterday, but today we have visibility down to a quarter of a mile or less along the coastline. So dense fog advisory in effect. Hey, and you might be saying, what is this that I am looking at? This is a live look out toward LAX this morning. So it is foggy at the airport. Sunrise time officially 6:21. Temperatures in the low 60s this morning. So that dense fog advisory that stretches across the Malibu coastline up through Oxnard and the Oxnard Plain. So we are looking at that advisory with us through 9 o'clock this morning. Hey, it's going to be a warm day. Temperatures warmer than what we felt yesterday. Look for high 80s, LA, Orange County, low 90s across the valleys and Inland Empire. 60s up in the mountains today, high 70s at the coastline. We're going to have more information on how long the heat will stick around. Plus, I'm tracking rain by the end of the week. We'll talk details coming up in a few minutes. Rachel.
Alex, thank you so much. Well, we've been keeping an eye on cancellations and delays at LAX all weekend as the FAA cuts flights because of the government shutdown. Now, this is a live look at LAX, and so far today, 49 flights have been canceled, according to FlightAware, and 52 flights have been delayed. Ontario International is the other Southern California airport impacted by the FAA cuts. So far right now, we are seeing 7 flight cancellations and 2 delays. Those cancellations, the result of the longest government shutdown in American history. It is entering its 40th day. Christian Benavides reports the number of canceled flights could double, and the 42 million Americans cut off from food assistance are flooding local food banks.
A rare working weekend for the Senate, the first since the government shutdown. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says they won't leave until the government reopens, but both sides are still far apart on a deal.
The Democrat leader's proposal is a non-starter for the Republican majority.
Democrats offered a plan that would extend Obamacare tax credits for a year and fund the government.
Doing nothing is derelict because people will go bankrupt, people will lose insurance, people will get sicker.
Republicans want the government to reopen before negotiating on health care. Some 42 million Americans on food stamps are left waiting for assistance after the program ran out of funds.
I don't know how long the shutdown's going to last, and if we don't get SNAP until the shutdown's over, we could end up literally starving.
At our nation's airports, long lines and frustration from coast to coast. The FAA ordered airlines cut flights up to 10% at 40 of the nation's busiest airports. Air traffic controllers working with no pay during the shutdown are calling out sick.
They're the ones that are working 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. You can do that and that's what we're seeing now.
Secretary Duffy warns the number of flight cuts could double to 20% if the shutdown drags into Thanksgiving. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
With SNAP benefits still in limbo, food banks are filling the need. Rows of cars lining up at the San Gabriel Valley Airport in El Monte, picking up boxes of food from the LA Regional Food Bank. LA County Supervisor Hilda Solis helped put on this food distribution. She says it has helped some 4,000 families. Well, it is not just food banks helping people who depend on SNAP funding. CBS LA's Zach Boetto is in Sunland, where neighbors are helping neighbors to make sure no one goes without a meal.
People are now turning these little free libraries into little free food pantries. Check it out. They got some good stuff in here. Noodles, chips, oranges, and waters, all stuff you can use to make a pretty good meal. Neighbors helping neighbors during what is now the longest government shutdown in history.
Every day, Mary Sirocco walks out onto her Sunland neighborhood sidewalk to check and see if there's been any movement in her free food pantry. It's become a daily ritual for Sirocco, who decided back on November 1st to transform what was her little free library into a free snack shack.
I'm always about pivoting to where there's a need or what will work, and this is something that I saw somebody else do, and I was just like, that's it.
Sirocco says she jumped on the idea when on November 1st, SNAP benefits began facing disruptions for 5.5 million low-income Californians because of the ongoing government shutdown, leaving many to find alternative means to find their